Hey everybody, we're live. It took me a long time to get my longtime friend. It didn't take that long to get him back on here. How's that for an intro, Scott? Scott
Hi,
McKibben.
Zenny. How are, well, it's true. We're both busy, so I guess that's the way it goes. But it's nice to be with you. You're looking good.
Oh, hey, same to you. Absolutely, you're a great place with the Bay Area Panthers, and I think the one reason we've had trouble doing this is because you've been really busy getting players and prepping for the next upcoming season. So let us know what's going on.
Well, we play our first game. Well, first of all, as you probably know, Zenny, the last time we chatted, we have moved the team to the SAP Center in San Jose, which has great historical heritage of having hosted arena football with the SaberCats. The Sharks are essentially our landlord. They've been wonderful to work with. But in doing that, we had to change the name. We had to redo a lot of our branding. We were in dormancy last year because of the pandemic, which meant that the players were released from their contracts. So the challenge is you have to rebuild the roster, right? So you got to go back and you have to recruit, you have to scout, you have to re-sign 40 guys to bring to training camp all over again. So we've been very busy with that. We're visiting with our radio and television partners right now on redoing our contracts for radio and TV. And yeah, we're going fast and hard. But we play our first game on Monday Night Football in San Jose. It's a 6 o'clock kickoff at the SAP Center on Monday, March 21st. And I mean, what a great way to come back than to play Monday Night Football. So, yeah, we're really excited about it.
Hey, so what's you're basically essentially starting the football organization almost all over again, huh?
We really are. In 2019, we started up in the fall of 19, and we were to play our first game March 16th of 2020, which, as you know, was a Saturday night. And on Friday night, the governor in Alameda County put the shelter in place in effect, and essentially the building was off limits and was locked. We had to cancel the game. To let you know how close we were to getting that game played, the Iowa Barnstormers, Kurt Warner's former team, was going to be our opponent. They were in Oakland in their hotel rooms, ready,
What?
ready to play. They had flown here on Thursday, and this whole shelter in place thing, happened so fast. If you recall, that was the week of it started out with the NBA on Tuesday canceling the season. Then came the whole issue of the Masters not playing, and then March Madness got canceled. And from Tuesday to Thursday night, everything in American sports just came to an absolute and total halt. And so, our game was canceled. And so, yeah, we've been rebuilding. And when you're rebuilding, but you have to take the business and you have to now move it to a different facility, it sets up a different set of plans. Although we have kept everything pretty much the same. Our practice facility is still in the East Bay. We house our players in the East Bay. We are the Bay Area Panthers, all the way from Vallejo, all the way down to Morgan Hill, Hollister, Gilroy. That's our spread. Obviously, from Walnut Creek and Oakland, Danville, all the way on down to San Jose and Cupertino and Sunnyvale and Santa Clara. That's the heart of the market. Um, we've launched our ticket sales. We are now taking season ticket deposits. If you'd like to give me your credit card, Zenny, after our call, I'll gladly take it.
Cool.
And so things are moving along nicely. We're very pleased with the progress.
How about going forward, the coronavirus policies? How is that going to change the games next year, or what do you anticipate how it looks like right now? I know it maybe things seem to be in a constant state
Yeah.
of flux, huh? You
Well,
know,
obviously, we are going to follow any and all of the guidelines that are being initiated or implemented by the CDC and the local health officials. As of right now at Santa Clara, you are required to show proof of vaccination to enter the building. If that's the rule in March, then that's what we will do. I think, like a lot of people, Zenny, we are hopeful that perhaps by March we'll have gone through the winter and any potential big surges, and the country will have gotten its arms a little bit more around the variant. We are hoping that things might be a little bit more open by March 21. But again, that's wishful thinking, and we're going to again follow any rules that are put in place. We're very careful with all of our players. We're making sure that as we have tryouts, that we're providing any and all safety protocols to protect the best interests of our guys, both our coaching staff and our players. By the way, tomorrow is our first tryout.
Yeah.
We always have a series of tryouts, and in 2019, we had 3 of them. We did one here at Marshawn Lynch's high school, former high school. We did another one at our practice facility out in the East Bay in Livermore, and we did another one down in Austin, Texas, by the University of Texas, because we wanted to get down into the real heart of football country. This year, we've got one scheduled. We may do another in Southern California, but we have over 100 athletes signed up to come to do the combine tryout tomorrow. Over 100. Yeah, we're really, really pleased with it.
Hey, tell people who may not be familiar with Indoor Football League, the brand of football, how it's played, and the players you've got coming back and people you're excited about.
Well, it's first of all, the history is it's the old Arena Football League. And then they essentially went out of business, and there were some standing teams left, such as the Arizona Rattlers, the Columbus Destroyers, some of those people. They merged in with another league that was the Indoor Football League, and they dropped the moniker of Arena Football to make it more inclusive. It's indoor. It's not played in a warehouse like an arena. It's indoors. And the IFL has been around now for 15 or 16 years, and it is played with 8 players a side. It's 8 on 8. It's a 50-yard field. It's a fast-paced game, a lot of passing, no punts, which helps on the injury side also, but it also opens up the value of the kicker. And it's a very fast-paced game. It's a safe game. When you hit the ball or when you hit the player and they go out of bounds, as soon as they hit the boards, the play's dead. It's gone. In other words, in the old AFL days, you had to take them all the way to the ground so there was compact on the surface, so players could bounce off boards and then keep on moving. We don't do that here. Once you're out, you're out. Play moves on. It's exciting football. We're working hard on the fan experience. We want to make sure that when people come here on Monday, the 21st of March, that we're going to provide just a first-class show for people. I mean, both the entertainment, the concessions, the merchandise opportunities that they will have, the valet parking. There's a number of things that we want to do to make sure that people feel like, hey, this is really not only exciting, but it's affordable. Zenny, for $25 or $30, you can get a great seat in our arena. You can sit ringside, if you will, field, the first row, for only $95. And we brand ourselves as family affordable entertainment that's exciting, it's fast-paced, and it doesn't take forever to play these games. We're in and out of there in 3 hours. It's not like games that go on and on and on. So it's exciting and it's fast-paced.
Hey, talk about your head coach.
Kurt Bryan. We've brought Kurt back again. Kurt's a very experienced coach. He was a conference champion and a state qualifier when he was the head coach at Piedmont. He's also coached at St. Mary's. He was going to be our head coach, if you recall, in another football venture I was working on a few years ago, where it was going to be A11.
Yeah, my buddy Steve Humphreys. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right. He and Steve were the founders of it.
Yeah.
And he has recruited a terrific staff. We've got Derek Chaucheray, who's our defensive coordinator, who spent many years coaching for the San Jose SaberCats. We've picked up a great strength and training coach. We've got a good staff, a very, very good, experienced staff.
And what about cheerleaders? Because I know you had a tryout for cheerleaders at one point. Is that back now?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, it's interesting you say that. We just hired a dance team director a couple of days ago, and an assistant to assist her. We will have our dance team up and set and ready to practice and go by the 1st of January. And there will be 16 of them. We have not chosen the name yet. We'll work on that in the next month or two, but they're a big part of it. And we're going to have entertainment. We've already brought on the pyrotech people that did the SaberCats and do a lot of work for the Sharks. I have to tell you, Zenny, the people at SAP and the San Jose Sharks organization have been absolutely awesome. They have helped us and supported us at every turn on everything we've wanted to do, whether it's marketing, sales, ticketing. They've been world-class partners. When they told me, when we were talking about possibly coming down there, they made it very clear to me, look, we want indoor football back in our building. We had it with the SaberCats. It's extraordinarily popular. We know how to do it. We've got the boards. We've got everything here. And we got a world-class building. And
that's the way it should be, Scott. I'm sorry to be so emotive, but you guys were not treated right in Oakland. I'm just saying that for myself as my opinion, as a person who, I am about Oakland and how we need to do sports as a business. We didn't treat you right, and dang on it, we ought to be fighting to get you back. Competition is good for the soul,
Well, as you know, and I won't say any more about that. We tried really hard to try and do a deal, and everybody was fair on both sides. It's just at the end of the day, it just didn't work out. So, we are where we are, and we're happy where we are.
And I have to say one thing, as a person who's been to Sharks games, SAP Center is a wonderful place to watch sports events, and I haven't had the pleasure of being there for indoor football. I had an opportunity to go once, but I wires crossed, and arena football at the time. But boy, folks, you're in for a treat, folks, when the Bay Area Panthers get going. Which leads me to this question about getting going and the whole game experience. There's been this trend around to have bands and so on. We all have, if someone has a band, we all have a way, or have you thought of a way, or can I suggest a way that people can sign up if they want to? I don't how that would work or anything, but it'd be great exposure for locals in San Jose, I would think, or the Bay Area.
Well, we have a 20-minute halftime, which is, pretty routine. As you know, in college football today, bands at halftime are still a very, very big thing. Ironically, when I was the CEO of the Rose Bowl game down in Pasadena, the Rose Bowl, as great as she is, they still have both schools' bands perform at halftime. We've given some thought to what we're going to do at halftime kinds of things. Part will be entertainment, part will be dance. Yes, we have thought about from time to time inviting a high school band to come in and play at halftime. Bands are all about football, right? And so, we've given it some thought. We're also reaching out to as many community kinds of organizations as possible. The underserved, vets, the disabled, any different kinds of groups where they may not routinely have the opportunity to come to a major sporting event. We want to somehow reach out to those people and give them that opportunity.
Hey, I've got an idea as I sit here. You might have like first of all, as far as the name, the Bay Area Panthers dance team is one name I would throw in there. But then also have a contest for, events kind of like a Bay Area Panthers Got Talent. And then people would come to different games and they would be able to vote on the talent. And at the end of the season, they vote on the best one. Just an idea, but it's something to get people to come to the games, but then also vote on them, and it keeps them engaged. That's just off the top of my head.
It's well, the theme that we're telling people, and since day one, there's a new cat in town.
Like it.
And, that's the punchline, and we're going to build off of that everywhere and every place we can. It's interesting, Zenny. One of the new owners and expansion team owners in our league is Bill Foley, the owner of the Las Vegas Golden Knights hockey team.
That's right.
He bought a team. He's starting a team in Las Vegas, and this is going to be the second huge rivalry in the San Jose building, because the San Jose Sharks and the Golden Knights of Las Vegas in hockey is a huge rivalry. And now you're going to have the Bay Area Panthers and the Las Vegas Silverhawks, who are the team coming in from Vegas. We're going to have the second big Vegas rivalry going on in that building.
Hey, I got to say, if their online game is anything like the one for the San Jose Sharks, there's going to be a nice Twitter war there, too.
Could be. And, but the Foleys, the Foley family, Rob Foley is overseeing the business operations for them. They're first-class owners. They're going to do a great job. And those are the kinds of owners we're seeing the league get more traction on and bringing into the fold.
Hey, this is exciting. And in light of and in our respect for your time, take us out with how we can find out more information about the Bay Area Panthers. Is the website's rebranded now and everything's going?
BayAreaPanthers.com. And we are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. If you go to our website, you will see that we are also now offering merchandise for sale through our e-commerce supplier, which is Phenom Elite. We're taking deposits on season tickets, and we've already sold a number of season tickets, and we haven't even announced our schedule yet. Our schedule will come out next week. We've approved it. Those of us in the ownership group have given our approval to it, and now everybody's just going back and buttoning things up with the buildings, and assuming all that will be probably done by Monday or Tuesday. My guess is by midweek next week, we will go public with our schedule. But we know our opening night, we know the day, we know the time, but the rest of the schedule is what we will go public with.
I'm excited and I'm happy for you because, again, this is something that people's got to see. It's going to be on television too. Yeah. Yes,
it is. We will. I'm not going to announce our television partner yet because we've not signed the contract. But yes, it will have a. We'll have a great TV partner, and we'll have a great radio partner, and we will do YouTube. We do our YouTube on our streaming. The league has a YouTube streaming channel that we use. So you can go to iflyoutube.com and you can watch on a given Saturday night as many of our games as you would like.
I'm all in. I've always been all in, but I'm
glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the direction and how everything has turned out. Hey, Scott, we'll talk backstage, but I want to have you back as we get closer to formation and for more updates. How's that?
Sounds good. It's always a pleasure to visit with you, Zenny. We appreciate your support.
Check out Bay Area Panthers, support what he and Marshawn Lynch and Roy Troy are doing, and lots of fun. Stick around the backstage, Scott. Folks, that ends this broadcast. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com. Thank you.